Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 2 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 2 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter patterns. And the lesson we're going to cover from the chapter are repeating patterns and growing patterns. Then we'll start the new chapter, that is addition one digit. And the lessons we're going to cover from the chapter are addition one digit, ways to make a number, sums to 10, and add one digit numbers. So let's just start with the chapter patterns. Here I am on grade 2 math. Let's start with the chapter patterns. Here it is. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is repeating patterns. So let's just start with the lesson. Look at this pattern. Which of the following, which is the missing part? Okay, first you have to look the pattern carefully and understand the pattern, right? You can see the pattern shows two brown polygon and one green. Again, two brown, one green, two brown, one green. That means the pattern continues. You have two brown and then one green. Then again the same pattern, right? That means the missing part would be here you have two brown and one green pattern, right? Yes, you can see this one is missing two brown and one green. Notice how the choice makes the pattern complete. You fixed two brown and one green and the patterns look like same, right? That means the missing one is two brown and one green. Okay, the next one is which comes next. So which is the correct option? Okay, the pattern starts with one, you can say pant and one cup, then one pant, one cup, one pant, one cup. That means the pattern continues, right? Here you have again one pant, and then you have a cup. I'm not good with drawing, right? Again, the next one is a pant, right? So the thing is, you have to understand the pattern first, then that would be very easy to find the missing part, right? Okay, look at this pattern. Okay, so which part is missing? Okay, you can see from here. I think they are frogs. Two blue, one purple. Two blue, one purple. Two blue, one purple. You already have one blue here, right? That means which portion is missing? It would be two blue and one purple, right? You already have one blue. That means you have here one blue and one purple. So the missing part is this one, right? Blue and purple. Okay, look at this pattern. Which pattern match? Okay, so you have to match a pattern with this one, right? Let's just understand this pattern. You have one plate, two sofa, one plate, two sofa, one plate, two sofa. Now you have to match the pattern in which the repetition goes same, like 1 to 1 2. So option number 1 is the correct option. This one, then you have two toys, you can say, then one short, two toys, right? So that these two patterns match. Look at this pattern, which pattern match? So look, star, square, cone, star, square, cone. So you have three different types of items and they are just ones, right? Then pattern repeats again, star, square, cone, star, square, cone. So you have two same items, then square, two same square. You have to look for the one there. You have three different types of items and they just goes once. This one is the correct option. One, there are three different items and they're just once, and then again the pattern repeats, right? So option number two is the correct option. Okay, look at this pattern, which is the missing part. Okay, let's just understand the pattern first. Just look from here, star, diamond, triangle, star, diamond, triangle, star, diamond, then there you have triangle, and there you have a star again, right? That means the missing part is a triangle and a star. This is the correct option, right? Okay, look at this pattern. Which pattern match? So which is the correct option? One, two, three. If you just look at the pattern, you have two types of items and they're just going. So the two items are just one time, right? And the pattern repeats itself. One time the rectangle and one time the polygon, then rectangle, then polygon, then rectangle, then polygon. So you have to look for the pattern that match, right? Just look at here, two polygons, one time cube, two polygons, one cube. No, you have to look for the one that have one. So option number one, you can see square, star, square, star, square, star, square. This one you can see there you have the two times. One item is repeating twice. So option number two is the correct option. Okay, if you already know the answers, you can please write down the correct answers because this one is very easy. So if you already know the answers, you can please write down the answers in the chat box. Look at this pattern, which comes next. So which is the correct option? The pattern start with a pen and a cup, a pen and a cup, and it keeps repeating. Here you have a pen. So that means the next one would be cup, then pen, then cup. The correct option is this one, cup, pen, and cup. Option number three is the correct option. Look at this pattern, which pattern matches. So which is the correct option? Option number one is the correct option, right? these two patterns match with each other. You have a shoes, then two sofa, then shoes, then sofa. Like you have two items. The pattern is 1 and 2. So the option number 1 is the correct option. Look at this pattern, which is the missing part. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1. A capsicum and 2 stars is the correct option. Look at this pattern. Which pattern matches? So which is the correct option? So the correct option is option number 1 is the correct option, right? Look at this pattern. Which pattern matches? So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2. You can see you have two diamonds, 1 star, 2 diamonds, 1 star. So the correct option is 2 circles and a heart. The second option is the correct one. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next one is growing patterns. Let's just start with the lesson. Which comes next? Okay, just look at the pattern, right? It starts with a green heart, one blue and one pink. Then you have one green and one pink. Just blue one is growing, right? One time here, two time here, three time here. That means the next one would be one heart, one green heart, and one pink heart. Inside you have four blue hearts, right? Here is the correct option. One green heart here, one pink here, and one, two, three, four, right? Okay, which comes next? Just look at the pattern carefully. One yellow and one red butterfly, one yellow and two red butterfly, one yellow and three red butterfly. That means the yellow butterfly is just one, only one, and you are increasing red butterfly every time, right? So the next one would be one yellow and one, two, three, four red, right? Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Which comes next? Which is the correct option? Just look at the pattern. The red butterflies are increasing one, two, three. That means for the next one you have one, two, three, four. Yellow is just once and it would be one, two, three, four, right? Which comes next? Which is the correct option? You can see you have only one triangle and the rectangles are increasing, right? Two, three, four. That means for the next time you have five rectangles, one, two, three, four, five, and a triangle. So second option is the correct option. Which comes next? Which is the correct option? You can just see the options here. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 3, right? You have a sofa and stool as is increasing by 1. So it would be now you have 4. The next one would be 5. So option number 3 is the correct option. Okay, which comes next? So pattern starts and end with donut and you have croissants inside, right? So 2, 3, 4. That means the next one would be this one. You have pattern start and end with donut and inside you have 5 croissants. So option number 3 is the correct option. Okay, which comes next? So which is the correct option? So the hats are increasing by 1, right? So the next one is option number 1. Which comes next? Which is the correct option? The correct option is you have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles and a rectangle. Which comes next? Which is the correct option? The correct option is first one, right? Which comes next? Which is the correct option? The second option is the correct one, right? Which comes next? The correct option is the last one. Okay, which comes next? Option number 1. Okay, you can complete the rest of the questions by yourself later today. So we're working on the chapter patterns. The lessons we have covered from each chapter are repeating patterns and growing patterns. So let's just start with the next lesson. And the next lesson is addition one digit. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is addition one digit. Okay, add 2 plus 5. So in first group you have 2 dolphins, right? And in the second group you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dolphins. You have to add them, right? How do you add? You have to count them all together, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means together there are 7 sharks, 7 dolphins, right? So together they are 7 dolphins, right? Okay, the next one is you have, in first group you have 1 flower and the second group you have 1 flower, right? So you have to count them together. So together they make 1, 2. Together they make 2 flowers. Okay, add. So in one group you have 2 balls and in the second group you have 3 balls. You have to count them together. So when you count them together they makes 5. The correct option is 5. Let's just start with the practice questions. Add. So, which is the correct option? When you add them together they make 6. The correct option is 6. Add. So, you are given two of the groups. In first group you have 6 toys and in the second group you have 3 toys. So, you have to add, just count them together. So, when you count them together it makes, yes, when you count them together it makes 9. So, the correct option is 9. The next one is you have to add. So, in first group you have 2 buttons and in the second group you have 4. So, you have to add them. 2 plus 4 makes, yes, when you count them together it makes 6. The correct option is 6. Add, which is the correct option. If you already know the answers, you can please write down the answers in the chat box. So when you add 5 plus 0 makes 5. The correct option is 5. Okay, the next one is add. You have 9 dolphins in a group and in the second one you have only 1. So 9 plus 1 makes, yes, 9 plus 1 makes 10. So the correct option is 10. Okay, the next one is you have to add 1 plus 8. So when you count them together, the correct option is 8 plus 1 makes 9. The correct option is 9. Okay, the next one is you have 3 sheeps in a group and 1 in another group. So you have to count them together. So together they make, Yes, 3 plus 1 makes 4. So the correct option is 4. The next one is add 8 plus 0 equals. The correct option is 8. The next one is 9 plus 0. So 9 plus 0 equals. 9 plus 0 equals 9. So the correct option is 9. The next one is 8 plus 2. So 8 plus 2 makes. 8 plus 2 makes 10. So the correct option is 10. The next one is 1 plus 0. So 1 plus 0 makes. 1. The correct option is 1. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is ways to make a number sums to 10. Which is not a way to make 7. So basically you are given options, you have to see which is not a way. Like you have to select the option that doesn't make 7, right? So let's just start with the practice questions here. You are not given with the options. So let's just start with the practice question. Which is not a way to make 2? So which is the correct option? Not a way, right? So you have to select the one that doesn't make 2, right? Just look at the options. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 0, 2. 1 plus 1, 2. So these are the two options that makes 2. And that is the only one which is not a way to make 2, right? The correct option is option number 1. How do you make 4? Which is the correct option? If you already know the answers, you can please write down the answers in the chat box. So how do you make 4? Which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option. 3 plus 1 makes 4, right? How do you make 10? The correct option is option number 1. 7 plus 3 makes 10. So the correct option is option number 1. Which is not a way to make 1? Which is the correct option? So you don't have to, you have to select the one that doesn't make 1, right? So the correct option is 1 plus 1 because that is the only option that is not a way to make 1, right? Which is not a way to make 9. So which is the correct option? So you have to select the one that doesn't makes 9, right? So which is the correct option? Option 1 makes 9. 0 plus 9 makes 9. The second one makes 9 plus 1 is 10. So that means the second one is the correct option. How do you make 8? Which is the correct option? You have to select the one that makes 8. Correct option is 6 plus 2 makes 8. How do you make 4? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 4 plus 0 makes 4, right? The second option is the correct one. Which is not a way to make 9? Which is the correct option? Not a way to make 9. 8 plus 1 makes 9. 5 plus 4 makes 9. So 6 plus 4 is the correct option because 6 plus 4 makes 10, right? How do you make 10? Which option is the correct one? The correct option is 8 plus 2 makes 10. Which is not a way to make 7. So which is the correct option? Not a way to make 7. So which is the correct option? 6 plus 1 makes 7. 0 plus 5 makes 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. How do you make 8? So which is the correct option? The correct option is 6 plus 2 makes 8. The correct option is 6 plus 2 makes 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. Which is not a way to make 2. The correct option is not away. It is 1 plus 0 because the other two options makes 2, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just start with the next lesson. The next lesson is add one digit numbers. Okay, so you have to add 2 plus 6. So you can count up to add, right? So you have to start with the larger number and count up to the smaller one. So you have to start with 6 and count up to 2. So 6, 7, and 8. The correct option is 8. Let's just start with the practice questions. Add 2 plus 3. So you have to add 3 plus 2 makes. Start with 3 and count up to 2. So the correct option is 3, 4, and the correct option is 5. 9 plus 9. So start with 9 and count up to 9. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 18. So start with 7 plus 7, which is the correct option? 7 plus 7 makes 14. The correct option is 14. 1 plus 5 makes 6. The correct option is 6. 0 plus 8 makes 8. The correct option is 8. 4 plus 4 makes The correct option is 8. 3 plus 0 makes. The correct option is 3. 7 plus 9 makes. Sixteen. The correct option is 16. 6 plus 2 makes. The correct option is 8, right? Five plus three makes 8. The correct option is 8. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we're working on grade 2 math chapter. We have started with patterns. The lessons we have covered from the chapter are repeating patterns, growing patterns. Then we have started the chapter addition one digit. Lessons we have covered are addition one digit, ways to make a number sums up to 10 and add one digit numbers. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.